Hello everyone, this is Moschophoros from the Legends and Friends Guild, and I'm here to share with you another Tower of Pwnage Autorun team, this one featuring the new dragon hero Ferno. So let's go ahead and jump right into the tower. We can talk as we go. Let's see, I'm going to put Torchy in first position. Torchy is a fire hero, a flyer. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. I'm going to put Yasmin in second position, first normal position for our healer. Ferno I'm going to put in third position, and we're going to bring up the rear with Pygnius. Alright, so let's go ahead and head into the first floor. Okay, so as I said, Ferno is the star of the show here. And it's really his aerial superiority trait is what we're going to try to take advantage of here in the tower. Aerial superiority basically says all heroes have reduced attack until Ferno's first turn. And we put Ferno in third position, so basically most all of our enemies and Torchy and Yasmin are going to go before Ferno. We intentionally put Pygnius after, so his attack isn't affected. But we want to put Ferno as low in the lineup as possible for that aerial superiority. Now, because it is aerial superiority, it doesn't affect flyers. Torchy being a flyer is completely unaffected by that, and his attack on the first round will be perfectly normal. So we're going to head up into the second floor here. Okay, so Ferno's aerial superiority, it's a different way of handling these first attacks by like MK and Shade. It's going to reduce their attack to almost nothing. One of the old strategies folks used to use in the tower was to send in a sacrifice, some fodder. With Ferno, you may not need to do that anymore. At least for the first round of attacks, those are mostly going to be deadened. And then all you really have to worry about are the round 2 attacks after Ferno's had his first turn. So as you can see right here, Ferno kind of helping us take care of business in the tower. Up to the third floor. Keep that team going. So I did put Yasmin in front of Ferno. Her attack really doesn't matter. We do want her in the first normal, so her epic has more opportunities to fire. The more times she fires her epic, the more likely she's going to heal her team. So she can be before Ferno. No need for her attack to be powerful. Their Koros did almost nothing. We'll talk more about Ferno in a bit, but those fire attacks do heal him, so no worries here. Pygnius does seem to be the weakest link in the team. He has no real defense on him at all. He's mostly built for skill and crit, so hopefully we can keep him alive. That's Yasmin's job. She's got her work cut out for her today. Okay. So there's a lot of synergies with this team, besides the aerial superiority and Torchy. We'll talk about those when we get up to the next floor. Okay, so aside from aerial superiority, Ferno does have a fireborne trait. That trait does make him immune to fear. I'm sorry, immune to fire. At the same time, it makes him heal from fire attacks, and he also deals extra damage to any burning enemies. And we have both Torchy and Piggy along, which are very good at burning enemies. So there's a little bit of synergy there. Torchy can burn on his basic attack. Also his epic attack, hopefully we get to see that fire, does burn all enemies. Pygnius has burning touch as well, so he's very likely to set someone on fire, chance on his basic attack. And Ferno, always on his basic attack, has a chance to add a wildfire burn. So we have a lot of opportunities to add burns here, so some synergy there. Ferno also has the trait Reckless Pyromania, so whenever any one of his allies damages a burning enemy, he has the opportunity to spread that fire. So we're seeing a lot of folks catch fire, a lot of the fire spreading from one hero to the next. Getting a little low on health. I'm hoping Yasmin can fire her epic and help us out here. Oh, that's not good. Fortunately, her attack was reduced to almost nothing. You can see all these fast heroes' attacks are doing almost nothing thanks to Ferno. Now Yasmin needs to do her job. There she goes. All right, we're in business. So I like Torchy on the team because he's unaffected by aerial superiority. He's a fast hero, he's flying, he's very dodgy, and he has those burning capabilities. To add a few more of the synergies here, both Torchy and Piggy are beasts, so there's a lot of beast synergies between those two heroes. We'll talk about those when we get up to the 6th floor here. Okay, so being a beast, Torchy has Pack Scout, so he's going to increase the skill of other beasts by 25%, so Piggy's going to get a skill boost there. Very useful when dealing with fire. Oh, there we go. Got his epic to fire. And Yasmin right behind him. This is going to be an easy floor, I guess. As far as being slowed right there by Grog, that's actually usually a good thing, because if you slow Ferno, it means more of the enemy attacks are going to happen before him. We saw Koros there, who really just heals Ferno instead of doing any damage to him. So that floor was actually good for us. Alright, up to the next floor. So we talked about how Torchy can boost the skill of his fellow beast Pygneus. Both Pygneus and Torchy have pack tactics, so if one of the two of them receives an attack from an enemy, the other has the chance to retaliate. There's Grog again, just helping us out. So now the slow Kozar's attack went before Ferno, so you can see it did nothing. So being slowed in this situation is actually a very good thing for us. All right, up to the next floor. Alright, so Pygneus also has Hogwild, which allows beasts an extra basic attack 50% of the time. So he and Torchy get a few extra attacks here and there. Once again, we're going to get slowed. It's only going to help us out. Ella here could be an issue. Her charm is always problematic. So, oh, that was a close one. Now we need Yasmin to do her job. There she goes. All right. So as I said, Piggy is kind of the weak link here. He's got just enough to keep himself alive. You want to think about that if you choose to use this team. All right, up to the 9th floor. So we talked about the team order. We talked about the synergies between the members. I guess now we should probably talk about what to watch out for. Obviously, Ella can be very problematic, as we just saw right there. Any shade that makes it to round 2 and can spirit link one of your heroes, there's a great chance that you're going to lose whoever that spirit linked hero is. So Ella and Shade. I also found that Admiral Creel is extremely problematic for this team, because Torchy's epic attack, which fires 30% of the time, is an AoE attack. So that backsplash actually causes him to hit his own team. So a Creel and your Torchy could actually take out your team. So I would watch out for Creel above all. Kai similarly has that same attack on round 3. So if Kai makes it to round 3, you might have some issues there as well. So we do have a Kai on this floor. We have Furnace taunting. It's going to keep Kai alive for a little bit. So let's see if we can get rid of Kai before he really becomes dangerous. There's our epic attack with the backsplash. We hit our own team. Luckily it didn't kill us. So now we need Yasmin to do her job. I got very lucky there, folks. Kai round 3 could very well have taken out my entire team. So there is something you definitely want to watch out for. Alright, so we're heading up to the 10th floor now. Let's see, nothing too scary looking here. So I've had a chance to try Ferno in PvP. He's awesome on offense. I don't find him so useful on defense. I was running him in PvE a little bit. If you have a floor that has a lot of fast heroes, a dungeon with a lot of fast heroes, you can kind of cut them down. So if you're dealing with all those assassins in Chapter 17, Ferno can really help you out, kind of take the sting out of their bite. Aside from that, I haven't found him too useful in PvE. The fact that he's so useful on attack and PvP kind of lends him to being useful here in the tower as well. So that first round, just like you would send in your sacrifices, here he's just going to cut down those first round fast attacks. As long as you clear everybody out within the first round or two, it goes pretty well. Alright, so we're up to the 11th floor, last floor that we actually really have to worry about. So let's see what's going to happen here. And then we'll take care of Lord Chromis, and then we'll talk about the skills and runes and all that good stuff on these heroes. So here's a level 70 team. MK didn't do any damage. Meteor Storm's really just going to heal my team, especially Ferno. Yasmin's going to do her job. No problem. Alright, only a skeleton left to deal with, and that'll take care of that. So up to the 12th floor and Lord Chromis. Alright. This shouldn't take too long here. Just got to get through the 5 colors. Take a look at our heroes. And the final color. Alright, tower complete. Successful auto run with Ferno. Ferno event just ended 2 days ago, so I really haven't had a whole lot of time to test this out. I just kind of figured it must be a good team, and on my first auto run it worked out just fine. So let's go ahead and take a look at these heroes. We'll do Torchy first because he's right up there at the top. I do have him max epic, so his epic has a 30% chance of firing. Take a look at his stats real quick. Attack above 3,000. Got his crit to 50%. Other than that, his stats are pretty mediocre. Some of those important traits we talked about. Flying is definitely important. Reduces some damage. There's his dodginess. There's that pack scout that helped out Pigneus. There's the pack tactics right there. So we'll go ahead and take a look at his runes. I got a greater battle rune. Mixes skills there. There's a vampiric. Give him a little extra life steal. Very important in PvE especially. Another vampiric with a little bit more life steal as well. Got a little DR on him just to add to his 50% that he gets for being a flying hero. And a bulwark rune there with a little defense, little DR, little health. Not the best runes, but just good enough for the tower. We'll take a look at Yasmin next. I don't think she's changed much since my last video. Again, max epic. Need that healing to happen 30% of the time. Take a look at her stats again. Let's see. Not much attack, not much defense. Mostly I have her built for health. Hasn't changed. Take a look at her runes. We've got a greater life rune there with some health. improved champion rune with some DR and health. There's a vampiric, which I felt I needed when running her. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, there's that vampiric superior Aegis rune, little mix of defensive stats there, and then lastly a greater bulwark rune. So there is Yasmin. Let's see who we're going to look at next. Next up we'll look at Pygnius. There he is. So he doesn't have an epic yet. Can't wait till he does. That'll be exciting. Take a look at his stats. His attack close to 3,500. I didn't put any defense on him. Probably need to. Skill is what I kind of added to him, and his health is pretty good. He's got that 50% crit chance and 255% crit multiplier there, damage on crit. We'll take a look at his runes here. He's got a greater battle rune, mix of stats there. A superior battle rune, roughly the same stats. Put a vampiric on him for a chance to lifesteal, kind of help Yasmin out. Precision rune, that's where he gets the bulk of his crit right there. And an improved vampiric rune to give him just a little bit more help with the life. He is the probably squishiest of my 4 on this team. And down to the bottom for Ferno. Ferno right now is only 3 stars for me. Didn't get him from the VIP summon. I got him only through earning the tokens. And instead of waiting a year to unlock him, I unlocked him immediately so I could use him. No epic. As far as his stats go, attack close to 3,000, skill 2,100. Skill probably needs to be improved a little bit. Health right there about 5,000. The DR he's got only 22%, but we're going to find out that in PvP he gets a little bit more with some of those passives. And I got his crit almost to 50. Would like to get it there. If I improve the skill, I can get that up there. Just real quick on his traits. There's that Fireborn trait that makes him immune to fire, heal from fire attacks, and deal extra damage to burning enemies. There's this Reckless Pyromania, which lets his allies spread burn from one enemy to another. He's flying, which gives him a little defense. He's got that mystical ability. Updraft gives flying heroes energy. Absolutely makes no difference in an auto run. And then, of course, the star skill here, the star trait here, rather, aerial superiority. All non-flying heroes significantly reduced attack until his first turn. Ignores Shroud, ignores just about anything. Torchy is immune, and if the enemy slows him, that actually helps your cause. So thank you, Grog, for the help. All right, so that is the team. That is my new auto run team, which depending on the tower, I might use that instead of my Shade, Shadowblade, Yasmin, Yorick team. Or, really, I could switch the 2 teams in and out and have a pretty successful auto run just about any time. So thank you for watching my video. Have fun with Ferno, and good luck out there.